Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be setting up our last paycheck for the month of September, as well as stuffing our cash envelopes. So we are going to flip to September, and we are going to flip to the very last page for the September monthly spread, and we are going to set up our layout, and then we are going to write out our budget real fast, and then we will stuff our cash envelopes. So we are using a Erin Condren washi with the foils here. Okay, we're going to lay this across the top. Actually, I want to white out. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to lay down this washi strip here. And I'm going to do 2 rows of it. Alright. So there's that one. And then we're going to lay down, we're using Ramina Rosa's, her 4th paycheck sticker. We're going to lay it down right up here. Alright. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to lay down our total income strip right here. Actually, that down. Tad bit crooked. There we go. That's better. All right. So we're going to start with our income. So the first income is my husband's, James. No. His weekly checks, we expect about $7.50, and this week his check was $7.52. So he had a positive $2 extra. Our next income is mine, whatever I can make doing Grubhub or DoorDash, which I expect 0 because it's not been too great for me to get orders, but I was able to actually make 16. So that was a plus 16 for me. Alright, and then the last category is other. So if we have any money that comes in that we don't expect from any apps, or my husband had received a check that we wasn't expecting, all of that extra stuff will go into other. Alright, so we expected 0 from other, and we actually received $90, so we were plus 90 in that category as well. Alright, so our totals here for expected is only $7.50. For our actual, we got $858, and then we were able to make an extra $108 to come in. Alright, so now I'm going to draw in some lines. Alright, so next we will be laying down The bills and expenses we have for this month, or this pay period, which is all of them because we pull out money for all of our bills, so we have no money in our accounts, because if there's money sitting in there, one of us is likely to try to spend it, and we do not want that to happen. So we have a place for every dollar, and it's not in our banking account. All right, so we're gonna lay this strip down. And it seems that this is the last week of the month. Our numbers are going to be just slightly different than what we have budgeted for, because we don't need quite as much to finish out our budgeted amount for the whole month for certain bills. So some bills are going to be receiving less than what they were budgeted for, which is perfectly fine, because what's ever left will be going into savings. All right. So the first thing would be our rent. There's no due date, but we budget $150. Next up will be the Mazda. Also receiving $151. So the Mazda will be receiving $151. Next up was our power, and we budgeted $50. Then we have Allstate, we budget $40. We have AT&T, which we also budget $40. The water bill, we budgeted $16. All right, next up is my student loans. Which we budget for $12. All right, next up is the charter, which is our cable, and we also budgeted $12. Then next is pest control. And we budget $6. All right. Then we have the credit card, which is budgeted at $7. Next, we start with our cash envelopes that I actually carry day to day. So we have groceries, which will get $150. We have gas, which will receive $75. We have James's spending, which is $25. The next few ones are all going to be $25, and that's because they're all budgeted at $100 a month. So my spending, $25. We have dining out, diapers. Both of those are also $25. And then we have a vape for my husband's vape juice. And we budget $13. All right, And then our last one is savings, which we don't budget anything for. It's just whatever is left over after the rest of this comes out, we'll put into our savings. All right, so there's our budgeted numbers. So now we're going to lay down a total strip sticker here. We're going to skip a line. Actually, here. I'm going to lay down one of these at the bottom here. Alright, so our totals here for the budget amount was going to be $822. So it looks like we're going to have some money that we will be able to put in our savings this week. Alright, so we're going to slide this over here to this side. What, Bubba? Alright, so I've already went to the bank and gotten all of our money out. So we're going to go ahead and pull that out and set it up. So we're going to zoom out just a bit more. Okay, so now we are going to start with the top and work our way down. And as we do this, we're going to make sure okay, so as we go through, we're going to make sure each category has what they need to pay next month's bills for the bills, and then make sure we have all of our envelopes for that I carry in my cash wallet. All of those will be the correct amounts for the budgeted year. Alright, so starting with the rent, we'll be adding $150. So $150 for rent, so we should have a total of $600 for the rent. So we're going to add that for rent. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 600. So our rent is fully funded for October. Alright. Then we have, so we're going to write them down as we go today. So we have $150. All right, so our next envelope is going to be the car, which we budget $151 for this week. So we're going to do 51.51. So we have 601 because our car payment is $669. So we're going to add this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 601. So 601 for the car payment. And now that's fully funded for October. So we added 151. Our next one is the power. So our next bill we're adding is going to be for the power. And we budget $50 for it. So we're going to add a 50 into the power, and we budget $200 a month. Usually our bills aren't this high right around this time of the year, but we budget higher and hope for low. So we got 50. So we're just going to write 50 down here. zoom back in just a bit. Okay, so our next category will be the car insurance. So we budget $40 a week, so $20.40. And we have $160 is what we need for the month. So we have 51, 20, 40, 60. So $160. That is covering our insurance. All right, so 40. Next up is the cell phone, which we also need $160. So we have cell phone here. So we also need $160. So that's another 40. So that will give us $160. All right. So we're gonna do 40. All right, so our next one we have is our water. So we have water. And water we budget 70. And we have 73 in here. So we're actually over budget on water right now, so we don't have to add anything this week. Because last month our water was lower and I didn't pull the money out, so it's just gonna stay in there. So water was fully funded, so we don't have to add anything into water. Plus 16. All right, so next up is student loans. So we have student loans. For student loans, we budget 57, because my student loan is 56 and some change. So we're adding 12, so 10, 11, 12. So that'll give us 20, 40, 55, 6, 57 for student loans. Okay. Next up, hold on. So next up is our cable. So we have our cable one here. For cable, what's our budgeted amount is $151, because our bill is $150.99. So we're adding 12, so 10, 11, 12, okay? So we're gonna put these in order. Count this, make sure we're good. So we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So we have just enough for the cable. All right, so we added 12. There. All right, so our next category is pest control, which we'll be adding $6 to. So 5, 6, and our budgeted amount is 33 for the month. So we're gonna add this. So now we have 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33, which is correct. Okay, so our next category is going to be credit cards. And for credit cards, we only need 25 for the whole month. So let's see, I think I only need $4. So we have 21, so I only need $4 more to fund our credit card bill. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives us 25. We're going to add that in here. And then credit card is fully funded now. Alright. So we're going to put $4. And this is going to be plus 3. Yeah. Alright. So now we're going to move into our cash envelopes. So for the next one up will be groceries. We'll be adding $150. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50. All right, so for groceries, we should have 600 for the entire month. So let's check and make sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 54, 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, and then 6. So there's all of that for our groceries. So our next category is going to be gas, and gas we'll be adding 75 to, so we will be making it 300 for the month. So 20, 40, 60, 75, which should make this 300. Alright, so let's add this up, make sure it's 300. So we have 1, 52, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 3. So we have 300 for October. And there's that one. The next category will be James's spending, which he gets 25. He's already gotten 18, so I need to pull out 7 for him, and so he can get this later. So I'm going to stick this in his envelope here. So that way he'll have that for when he needs it. Alright. Next up will be my spending, which will also be 25. So for mine, we budget $800. So we need 25. So this will make it 100 for October for my spending. Alright. Then our next category is the dining out category, which should also have 75 in it. So we're going to add another 25, and that will make that 100. So we have 100 in dining out now. So we're going to add that into its envelope. And we're going to write down 25. And that one's filled. Sorry, it's a little blurry looking on the camera on my phone. Alright, so our next one will be diapers. So we have our diapers here, which we budget $100 for. And we have 75 in there now, so we're going to add another 25, which makes it 100. So there's that one. So we're going to add 25. Alright, so the last category we know we have money we need to put in. This is vape, which is 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so this will go into my husband's vape, which should be 55. So we have 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 55. So he's good for next month for vape juice. Alright, so everything that is left we'll be putting in our savings. So let's count up how much we have left and add it to our savings. So we have 20, 40, 55. So we have 55 to go in our savings this week. And our total here is going to be $8.58. And we're going to be putting that in our savings folder. So right now we are only working on savings. We want to get it up to 1,000, and then we will start paying off all of our debt that we have. So as soon as we get this up to 1,000, we'll be working on our debt. So that is all I have for this video. I hope you like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye now.